Good morning, family. That's Aunt Beth. Welcome to my lamppost. So, back in the USA. If I could sing, I would sing. I think the Beatles did back in the USSR. So, and I remember when it was the original. Anyway, I was talking to one of my prayer partners and realized that there's a lot of health and safety tips for traveling in other countries that I've acquired over the years. And I thought I would share them with you because she was not aware of some of them. So, this is not your normal word that I like to bring as far as an encouragement from the Lord, but I think it will help you if you are thinking about travel. And there's a lot of joking with my friends and the youth groups that I've traveled with. But my personal rule number one, never ever miss an opportunity to eat, sleep, or go to the bathroom. Never. Okay? You will regret it later. So, but let's talk about health and safety when you're traveling. Your health and your safety. Okay. So, I think you probably know that 25% of the world's children die before they're 5 years old. 1 in 4 because they don't have access to safe drinking water. The water will make you sick. The water will make you sick because you're not used to it. So, your primary health and safety tip for me starts at the airport. Do not get ice off the plane. You don't know where they refilled their tanks. Don't get water, plain water. From the time you leave the airport, bottled water only. I prefer to get 2 bottles of water, and I stick one next to my toothbrush because that's where people forget brushing their teeth in the morning. Out of the tap, away you go. So it starts, and you think, well, it's British Air, it's American Airlines, it's United, it's whatever else like that. Yeah, well, they fill up their water tanks in whatever country they are, and you don't know what goobers are in that water. When you're in a third world country and you're not real sure about the bottled water, from a street vendor or whatever, get sparkling water, carbonated water. Why do I say that? It's because a friend of mine that used to work for me was traveling, and he saw them filling water into bottles out of a hose and then just using a bottle capper. They were making a lot of money and getting a lot of tourists sick because they thought that they were drinking safe water. So if the place you're buying water from is a little sketchy, carbonated water. But a bottle of clean water next to your toothbrush. And I don't care if you're on a cruise. Okay, I don't care if you paid $1 gazillion. All right? Brush your teeth with the water from a bottled water. Drink bottled water. So, and no ice. It starts when you're on the plane. No ice. Okay? Where do you think they got that ice from? So, let's see now. I got a list here. So, forgive me for looking. Okay, I learned this next trick from a friend of mine that traveled a lot doing medical missions in third world countries, and I've done it ever since. And this will keep you from Montezuma's revenge, which means you ate food that was a little bit sketchy and your stomach started going and you had diarrhea. Okay. Pepto-Bismol tabs. 1 at every meal. there's some mild sort of antibacterial qualities to this. They'll help clean up your gut so that your gut isn't churning and burning and growling at you. Okay, so one before every meal. Will it make you constipated? Maybe. I tend to also take a vitamin C with every meal. Okay, so vitamin C. I personally do a vitamin C and one Pepto tab. Which brings me to another thing. You know those little packets of bleach wipes? I'll tend to buy one before I go on my trip. And I'll use it basically in the airplane, on the handles, and on the seat back, and on the tray table, especially the tray table. I've seen people put their feet up on it. You know, you can catch stuff. I don't want to start my trip sick, and I don't want to end my trip sick. Now, if you're going for a long time, like I have done medical missions in third world countries, and I'm not medical, I just organize and tell doctors what to do. But you can make your own if you're going to be gone for a long, long time. And just don't spend a lot of money. Just get those baby wipes, take them out of the container, squeeze out all the juice till the towels are, dry pretty much, and then make your own solution of, bleach and water. Don't add too much bleach. Don't burn yourself. But then you can refill the container and let the baby wipes soak that up. So if we've been gone for a long time or have a lot to clean when we get there, that's what I do. A friend of mine was going to China, and I asked her, or came back from China, and asked her, what would be your number one safety tip for traveling where the hygiene of the dishes is a little sketchy, as far as cups and silverware. And she said, a straw. Can I get the big straws, for like bubble tea, and the smaller straws? But if you're a little bit worried about the hygiene of the glassware cupware that you're drinking out of, you can use a straw. In Europe mostly, I just take along a little lightweight plastic doorstop. Their door locks are weird, and I really don't feel safe when I'm in the room. So I just take this, stick it under the door, and I feel a lot better. A lot of times in third world countries, or in older countries like Greece, Romania, where they just don't have the plumbing. I don't normally stay in American hotels, and I don't eat at Burger King or Pizza Hut when I go to travel. I mean, you're spending all that money. Why are you eating at Burger King? Go eat the food. Enjoy the experience. But anyway, I digress. When you're staying at B&Bs or hostels or whatever in older countries, their plumbing is not set up for toilet paper. So you will see a little trash can next to the toilet if you have a flushing toilet. Sometimes you don't, but if you have a flushing toilet, you'll see a trash can next to it. That's for your toilet paper, ladies, when you pee. That's for your toilet paper. So, dry yourself off, put it in the wastebasket. I know it's disgusting. It took me 2 days to get home from Nicaragua because I drove up from Miami. And, but that's another story. But anyway, I think I stopped at every rest stop that there was because I could, and I could flush the toilet paper. Anyway, don't flush the teepee. That's what that little trash can is there for. And if you have questions, ask your B&B person or, the person there. No jewelry. Suck it up, buttercup. We're not there to impress people. We're there to experience the country. But, people are not as blessed as others. And if you have the money to travel, you're more blessed than the people that are there. And sometimes people do desperate things. I was in Guatemala and talking to a Peace Corps worker there and said, they'll stop cars on the Pan American Highway, and if you can't get the jewelry off, which happened to 2 people that she had heard of, they'll just cut off your finger. Do not be wearing fancy jewelry. No, leave it at home. This is not the time to show out when you're traveling. Of course, that's the kind of traveling I do if you're staying in American hotels and they got a safe and, and you're in Tata sections of cities. Okay. I keep my money each day in 2 places. My trip money and my walking around money. And my trip money goes in a little body wallet that I wear under my clothes. My walking around money goes in my regular pocket. Be aware if pickpockets, they'll use a distraction, like in Italy, it's usually children, and they'll run around you, and before you know it, your stuff is gone. It's nice to know the language before you go. Or a little bit of it to say please and thank you. People will appreciate your efforts. This time, what I did is use Google Translate on my phone for more detailed conversations. That was great. It worked out really well. And, but thinking of phone, heads up. Be watching around you. Don't be looking down at your phone. Don't be doing that. Keep your head up. I like to shower when I get back into my own home before I go to bed. First thing I'm doing is showering. You just don't know what kind of bugs you've picked up on your skin. Let's check my list. I think, also from a health and safety standpoint, get your sleep. Get your sleep. Traveling, and especially in places in another language, and keeping your head on swivel and being aware of your surroundings, that's exhausting if you're trying to function in another language. So get your sleep. It'll help keep you healthy. But most importantly, go with the flow. Enjoy the people. Just have a good time. It's not where you're from, but that's the point of travel, really, is experiencing the culture, getting to know the people, the real people, not the hustlers that are trying to sell you stuff, but the real people. Have fun. Count your blessings when you come home. I was so happy for flushing toilets where I could flush the toilet paper. So anyway, but the biggest thing is never miss an opportunity to eat, sleep, or go to the bathroom. And watch your water and what you're taking in, okay? So don't drink the ice. It starts at the airport. A healthy, happy, fun trip starts at the airport. So I hope this helps you. I hope you have a fabulous time wherever you're going. till you get to know the people and make memories. So, I mean, if you want a sanitized version of another country, go to Epcot, you know, watch a movie. But if you really want to get to know the spirit and the people of a different country, immerse yourself. Don't stay in American hotels. Don't go to American restaurants. You know? Enjoy the food, enjoy the people, learn something new, make a new friend. Have a wonderful, wonderful time. Have a fabulous day. All God's best.